Sen tung down oder. of amplitude.
Types of modulation. After that, the expression for your amplitude modulation. How can you get the expression for your amplitude modulation? For the modulation to be performed, what you needed two different signals. What are they? One is going to be a message signal. The next one is going to be a carrier signal. How can you express the message signal? What is your message signal? The input signal or instantaneous signal or the information carrying content signal is said to be your message signal. What about the carrier signal? Carrier signal. External signal which will be generated with respect to message. That is external signal. In addition to your message signal, you will be taking another signal that you will be calling it as a carrier signal. Carrier signal will be known to you, and then you can go for taking any one signal as your carrier signal. And while doing the experiment, what you will be doing now? Carrier signal you will be taking it from
Oscillator.
where you will be taking it from the carrier signal. You will be taking all the carrier signal from the first called as your
Oscillator.
what is that? Oscillator. Oscillator gives you the external signal. Okay. Apart from the information signal, the external signal you need to transmit. So that external signal will be generated using your oscillator. You can take any one type of your oscillator for your external signal generation. Both message and carrier plays a major role in your modulation part. And also we have obtained the expression for your AM modulated waveform, right? Do you remember that expression? Normally if you want to go for expressing any type of your signal, what is the mathematical expression you can say here? How can you express any type of your signal? Generally I am taking over here. I have to express. For example, I am giving you the lecture. The voice is communicated to you. How it is communicating now? It is a continuous time signal, right? And then what you will be doing here? You will be giving some function to your signal. That is going to be a mathematical function. What is the general way of expressing a signal? General way of expressing a signal. How can you express a signal in general case? I can give any one notation. S of t. T in the sense it is a time varying factor. Each and every instant of time, that is the signal will be varying. Okay, which will be equivalent to yes. General representation. The carrier signal or message signal. I am not asking about your carrier or message signal. For any signal, if you want to go for representing it, how can you represent your first signal? You will be representing the amplitude of the signal followed by the mathematical function is you are defining the function for the signal. Whether it can be sine, cos, likewise. This is not the mathematical function. Amplitude followed by the waveform component. The waveform component is given by the exponential, right? E power j omega t, where the omega consists of your frequency component. Based upon the frequency, you can go for analyzing the time period as well as your amplitude of your signal. This is the general representation of any type of your signal. If you are neglecting the imaginary part, you can take over the real part of your signal alone. But each and every signal in general, you can go for representing in terms of your complex quantity, where the signal will be present with the real component as well as your imaginary component. Right? Okay. This is the general representation. Now coming for your message and carrier signal, I have taken over the representation of your message and carrier signal, and we have obtained the expression for your amplitude modulation. Right? What is the expression we have obtained? See your notes and tell how to given a c of t cos of omega c t will be your function of your carrier signal, and then message signal will be assuming it as your am cos of omega m t, and amplitude modulated signal either the frequency will be added up or can be subtracted according Coming to modulation, continue. What are we doing? Different types. One is going to be a double sideband, suppressed carrier, and then single sideband, suppressed carrier, and then VSD. What is VSD? Single sideband. Okay. This three different types we have seen with the generation and reaction, and moreover, we have discussed about the AM generation. How to generate AM modulator signal. How to generate AM modulator signal. Two different modulation methods we discussed. What are they? Generation of AM signals. Two different methods we have seen it, right? Like that. Next, what are the two different methods we discussed? One is going to be a square law modulator. The next one is going to be a switching modulator. Okay, we will not explain it again. Just go through the concepts also. Okay, square law modulator and then the switching modulator we have seen it for the generation of AM. And the AM detection, if you are seeing over here, you will be having both the rectifier model as well as envelope detector method. Okay, so just go through that also. And then if you want to go for taking over the modulator signal or the if you want to perform any type of a modulation, you will be just going for taking over the message as well as the carrier signal. Without message and carrier signal, you can't do the modulation process. So whatever may be the type of your modulation you are taking it here, either it can be DSP or it can be SSB or DSP. Then what happens here? You need to take over the message as well as the carrier signal. DSP generation, if you are taking over the DSP generation, how can you generate a DSP signal? Which device is used for the generation of DSP-SC? Yes? Balance modulator. If you give the product then we have discussed one device, right? Square law modulator is AM. AM and DSP-SC ஒன்றுதா சொல்லுவேன். But DSP-SC and specifically designed the ring modulator. Ring modulator is used for generating DSP-SC as well as SSB signal. SSB signal you can go for generating the DSP-SC signal. And if you are using the filter at the end or if you are going for In it out up to this. In it out in the generation method. Clear notes. Notes का क्या doubt होगा क्या पकड़ा? इतने नाटक का ज़्यादा solution करो. पर पांच के ज़्यादा जितना क्या modulation, that is called amplitude